Everyone, my name is Pooja. Today's date is 29 March. Today's video topic name is JVM architecture. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. JVM is an abstract machine. It provides an runtime environment in which Java bytecode can be executed. JVM is a platform dependent, means that's why it is available in any hardware as well as software. JVM performs many operations like the load the class, verify the code, execute the code, and provides runtime environment. JVM architecture contains class loader, memory area, execution engine, etc. Firstly, JVM architecture contains class loader. After that, it contains memory area. In that memory area, it contains class area, heap, stack, PC loader, PC register, native methods, and the stack. After that, it contains execution engine, and at the last, it contains native method interface. This is the structure of the JVM architecture. So one by one we have to see all the parts of the JVM architecture. So first is the class loader. Class loader is the subsystem of the JVM which is used to load the class file. Whenever we have to run the Java program, it firstly load on the class loader. There are three built-in class loader in the Java. So there is a three types of class loader. First is the bootstrap class loader. This is the first class loader, which is the superclass of extension class loader, and it loads the rt.jar file which contain all the class files of the Java, like java.lang package, java.net package, java.util package, etc. Java.sql package, java.lang package, etc. All this package contains in the rt.jar files. Next is the extension class loader. This is the child class loader of the bootstrap class loader and the parent class loader of the system class loader. It loads the jar files located inside the local directory. Next is the system or application class loader. This is the child class loader of extension class loader. It loads the class file from the class path. By default, the class path is set in the current directory. You can change the class path by using -cp or -class path. Using this command, we have to change the class path. It is also called application class loader. Means system class loader is also called as application class loader. These are the internal class loader which provided by the Java. If you want to create to our own class loader, you need to extend the class loader class and you can create our own class loader. After that, next is the memory area. So in that memory area, first is the class or memory area. Class area stores the pre-structure such as the runtime constant pool, methods, data, code of the method. Next is the heap, the runtime data area in which the object is allocated in the heap memory. Next is the stack. The Java stack stores the frames. It holds local variable and the partial result, and plays the part of the method, return and invocation. Each thread has the private JVM stack created at the same time as a thread. A new frame is created each time when a method is invoked. A frame is destroyed when the method innovation method complete. When the method complete to run, then the frame will be destroyed. Next is the program counter register. It contains the address of the Java virtual machine, instructions currently being the executed, means which JVM instructions currently will be executed. It contains the address of that in a program counter register. Next is the native method stack. It contains all the native methods used in this application. Native methods are those which are the written in the language other than the Java. It is associated with the each thread. It's same as the stack, but is used for the native methods. After that, memory area. Next is the execution engine, contains virtual processor, interpreter, JIT compiler. So first is the interpreter. Interpreter translate high level language code into the machine level language code line by line. It does not generate the intermediate code. uh, Interpreter scan the code line by line. If the any error is occur during this, then it stop the working and find out and the working on the error. It take less execution time, and in the interpreter debugging is easy because it translate code line by line. That's why debugging is easy in the interpreter than the compiler. Next is the JIT compiler. JIT stands for just in time. It is used to improve the performance. JIT compiler is a part of bytecode that have to similar functionality of the same type, and they reduce the time needed for the compilation. After that, execution engine. Next is the Java native interface. Java native interface is a framework which provides and the interface to communicate with the other application written in the other languages like C, C++, Java, etc. Means the J and I Java native interface provides the interface to communicate with the other languages. JIT framework to send the output to the console or the interact with the libraries.